me being a detective trying to find a serial killer, and it was very dark, it was very heavy.
We need to talk about that one moment in every show when your favorite actor drops a perfect line of English and you're like, wait, where did that come from? Well, for 31 of the biggest stars in the game, that little line wasn't a fluke. It was just a tiny, tiny fraction of their hidden skills. Let's jump right into the list that starts with trilingual global stars out there. On Hyo-seop.
I wanted to try chili crabs, but I tried it last night. So the second would be chicken rice, and the third would be kaya toast.
He was born in Seoul, but moved to Toronto, Canada when he was 7 and spent about 10 years there. He even goes by the English name Paul. That Canadian upbringing means his English is impeccable, soft, natural, and completely fluid. His ability to switch between Korean and English is seamless, and he even did voice acting for the Netflix animated series Kpop Demon Hunters. He has this calm, collected vibe in English that's just as charming as his Korean persona. It's a huge asset that's already paying dividends in his growing global career. Number 30. Choi Si Won.
And then now I feel like he's more handsome and more attractive than me, so.
Oh, well, thank you, I know.
He's surprisingly proficient in English and often steps up to speak during international promotions and press events. It's become kind of his thing within the group. His English is polite, formal, and highly engaging. He has that charming energy that comes from years of being an experienced idol. But in English, it's infused with a very warm, international flair. The clips of him casually chatting with global reporters or fans always get shared a ton because he seems so relaxed and genuine. It's a great example of a star using his platform to make real connections without needing a translator as a middleman. 29. Ye Seul.
Really fun. We're shooting right now as well, but it's been so much fun because I don't really get to socialize with people.
She is Korean-American and was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. That's right, she's a California girl through and through, which explains so much about her vibe. This is why she has that laid-back, confident energy even in her earlier K-drama roles. Her English is naturally perfect American English, and I'm honestly a little annoyed that K-drama writers don't give her more opportunities to use it. It's like having a superpower and only using it to open jars. I would genuinely love to see her in a role where she's playing a Korean American coming back to Seoul, just so we can get a full hour of her seamlessly switching between the two languages. 28. Jung Ryeo Won.
Never worked with women, all women, key staffs, but I felt very protected, very welcomed.
She's an Australian citizen. She was born in Seoul but moved to Brisbane, Australia at age 10 and grew up there, even studying international business at Griffith University. That's why her English sounds so natural and has that lovely Australian lilt to it. The iconic moment for longtime fans has to be her English scene with Daniel Honey in the 2005 drama My Name is Kim Sam-soon.
Are you serious?
What? You think that a color doesn't matter to a woman?
I think that color matters to a woman that could see the color.
It was one of the first major K-drama scenes that featured two characters having a full, casual conversation in English. And you know what? The fandom shipped them instantly. That just proves how much that global connection matters. Her fluency isn't something she puts on for interviews. It's just part of her DNA, which gives her a very unique, easygoing charm. 27. Eugene.
I'm so sorry. But a year is not that long, right?
She actually spent about 4 years living in Guam when she was young. Guam! That's why her English has this easy, breezy, completely natural flow. She's one of those people who can switch mid-sentence without losing her train of thought, and it's mesmerizing to watch. Her US-based upbringing gives her this subtle confidence that perfectly complements her acting style. Actually, scratch that. It's probably the reason she can pull off those high society, manipulative roles in The Penthouse so well. That air of cosmopolitan ease is just built into her. Makes you wonder why the writers didn't throw in a few more English lines for her character, just to really flex on the other rich families. 26. Ji Hoon.
How are you today?
I'm okay. How's your week going so far?
I'm so busy this week.
Yeah.
So busy.
He's another actor who achieved fluency without ever moving overseas. Turns out he has a seriously impressive academic background. He revealed on a variety show that he has an incredibly high IQ and nearly aced the Korean SAT. He basically learned English through pure, focused study and discipline. I was genuinely stunned when I found out. You watch him in interviews, and the confidence is right there. His fluency is on par with actors who lived abroad for a decade. Knowing this makes his switch from intense, scary villain to smart, slightly geeky leading man even more impressive. It's not just acting versatility, it's a whole different level of intellectual range. Before we jump into the next set of shocking names, tell me in the comments where you're watching from right now. 25, Kim Min-ha.
So the casting director called me to, do you want to participate in this audition? So I said, yeah, why not? And I didn't know it was Pachinko.
She completely stole the show, and part of the reason she could nail that epic generational story is her real-life background. She didn't have the typical study abroad experience as a teen or adult, though. When she was a kid, her parents sent her to California for what she thought was going to be a 4-month vacation, but it turned into her actually going to school there. She was tiny, had to rely on a dictionary just to get through the day, and basically learned English by survival mode. That's what I mean by grind. Her English now is warm, natural, and sounds so much more authentic than if she just learned it later in life. The press tour for Pachinko was where she truly shone, speaking English with the full confidence of an international star. 24. Krystal Jung.
Night in, for sure, definitely. I'm not the type of girl who likes to go out all night.
She was born in San Francisco, California, which explains everything about her vibe. She's got that lovely, slightly sarcastic, completely dry American sense of humor that shines through when she speaks English. She went to school in Korea, but kept her US citizenship and her fluent English, and she often uses it to communicate with global fans. It's subtle, but you can feel that underlying American energy in her acting, which makes her feel very fresh and modern compared to some of her peers. 23. Byung Hun.
When I first came to LA and New York for promotion of Squid Game, I was so shocked by the fans' reaction.
He was born and studied in Korea, but he carved out a genuinely successful Hollywood career, appearing in films like G.I. Joe and Red 2. That doesn't happen by accident. It takes serious work. He put in the hours to master English for those roles, and it shows. His English is commanding, precise, and perfectly suited for the action hero roles he's taken on. He's one of the few actors who's been A-list in both the US and Korea for 2 decades, and his fluency is a huge part of why. His character as the frontman in Squid Game barely speaks at all, but his presence alone is global, and those English skills are definitely the secret weapon that helped him get there. 22. Lee Ji-ah.
I want you to know that you can't do anything with this land without Hain's permission. I gotta go. She's not feeling well.
The Penthouse actress has a deep connection to English that often surprises people. She spent her middle and high school years in the United States, which gave her a native-level grasp of the language. She tends to save it for high-profile, behind-the-scenes interviews or personal anecdotes, which makes it feel like a rare glimpse into her real personality. You'd think with all the money and international travel happening in the Penthouse, the writers would have given her more opportunities to speak English. Honestly, feels like a missed opportunity. But her fluency? Definitely not in doubt. 21. Lee Seo Jin.
Okay, no, not everything. This is chili, and this is soy sauce. So if you want soy sauce, put soy sauce. If you want chili sauce, put chili sauce.
He graduated from NYU's Stern School of Business. Yup, New York University. The guy is literally an American-educated finance major who somehow ended up becoming one of Korea's most beloved variety show and drama stars. When he speaks English, he's got that classic, confident American accent. But what I love most is the mild grumbling he does in Korean immediately after handling an English conversation. He's the reluctant but highly effective bilingual manager, and it's hilarious every single time. It's a subtle flex, but definitely still a flex. 20. Ma Dong-Seok.
Actually a huge fan of Marvel, so I'm very excited. So as a fan, I'm ready to watch that movie.
Korea's ultimate tough guy is actually a U.S. citizen. Don Lee moved to Ohio as a teenager, went to college there, and became a naturalized American citizen. So yeah, his English is native level, with a slightly rugged, no-nonsense quality that suits his image perfectly. We saw him use it extensively as Gilgamesh in Marvel's Eternals, holding his own alongside Hollywood veterans like Angelina Jolie. But what I really appreciate about him is his honesty. He's admitted that even though he can deliver lines like a pro, he still doesn't think he speaks like a Native American. That kind of genuine humility is part of his massive appeal. 19. Ok Taecyeon.
Making very fun and enjoyous moments for me as well as the fans. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
He moved to Bedford, Massachusetts when he was 10 and lived there for 7 years, so he's completely fluent with a natural American accent. It's just part of who he is at this point. He's got this cool, confident energy when he speaks English, and it pops up everywhere. Variety shows, interviews, even when he's checking English lyrics for his agency songs. Honestly, I love how grounded he seems, even while juggling a successful idol and acting career. The fluency is just the cherry on top of an already impressive resume, and it makes him feel even more approachable. 18. Park Eun Seok.
Of course. I heard it directly from Mr. Joo himself. But do be careful about it because the official announcement hasn't been made yet.
He grew up in Long Island, New York, so English is his first language. Let that sink in for a second. When he speaks English, it's got that authentic, confident New Yorker accent, which is a total shock if you only know him from his Korean-speaking roles. Watching him switch from the intense drama of The Penthouse to a casual English interview is honestly a mind bend. My one mild complaint here, why do we keep casting actors who are already perfect in English and making them work twice as hard to learn Korean? It feels backwards. But seeing him nail both languages is still incredibly impressive, and it just adds another layer to how versatile he really is. Suk Ku.
I'm so excited to be there because of you guys. I went to go to Baeksang. I usually really don't like going to award shows, but on that day, I heard that you guys are coming.
This man's English voice hits different. Seriously. He's got this low, slightly gravelly tone that just sounds effortlessly smooth and a little dangerous in the best way. He was born in Daegu, but spent significant time in the United States and Canada, and he even studied film at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. So yeah, the guy's got credentials. We got our first real taste of his fluency in Sense8, where he had a recurring role, but honestly, watch any of his recent interviews about the Roundup or my Liberation Notes where he switches into English, and you'll see what I mean. His Korean persona tends to be reserved, intense, but in English, he's self-deprecating, charming, and honestly, kinda sexy. 16. Yoo Teo.
We were, I think, like 12 years old or 13 or 14 or something. Okay. I don't know the project though, but the clips came up on my Instagram algorithm.
He isn't just bilingual, he's trilingual. The man grew up in Cologne, Germany, so he speaks fluent German, Korean, and English, like all three at a native level. That's the kind of flex most of us can only dream about while struggling through Duolingo. He's been working in international films for years, but it wasn't until Past Lives that people really started paying attention. His performance in that movie earned him a BAFTA nomination, and his English throughout the whole thing, gentle, thoughtful, absolutely flawless. He lives in 3 different cultures, and we're only now catching up to how brilliant that actually is. 15. Moon Ga-young.
Dolce & Gabbana celebrates the timeless elegance and individuality, and being part of that makes me proud. It inspires me to be bold, strong, and true to myself.
She is another trilingual star, and honestly, this list is starting to make me feel incredibly inadequate. She was born in Karlsruhe, Germany, and lived there until she was 10, so she's fluent in Korean, German, and English. 3 languages, just casually. Her English shows up often in interviews, and it's always delivered with this graceful, cosmopolitan air that feels effortless. She's the kind of actress who could genuinely lead a US-German co-production without missing a beat. It's that blend of European sophistication and Korean elegance that makes her so unique. 14. Bae Doona.
Since a once-in-a-lifetime experience, yeah. We traveled 15 cities in 7 months. I played a fighter.
She didn't grow up abroad, but she deliberately taught herself English later in life so she could work with visionary directors like the Wachowskis. That takes serious guts and discipline. Her fluency is a testament to sheer determination. She took on huge English-speaking roles in Cloud Atlas and the Netflix hit Sense8, where her character seamlessly switches between languages. What I love about her is her openness. She's admitted her English wasn't perfect at first, but she just kept going anyway. Her accent is a little unique, but the confidence and emotional honesty in her English delivery, unmatched. She's proof that you don't have to be perfect to be effective. 13. Park Gyu-young.
Unfortunately, I couldn't because my souvenir would be the pink, the triangle mask and the pink suit, but he's a costume, so I couldn't bring anything.
It's not something she's super public about. She hasn't had a big Hollywood lead role or anything like that. But if you watch the press interviews for Squid Game Season 3, she was answering questions in full, thoughtful English that was smooth and complex, not the rehearsed, memorized lines you sometimes hear. She's got a degree from Yonsei University, one of the most prestigious schools in Korea, so clearly she's got the academic background to back it up. Her English is the kind that signals intelligence and real confidence. And honestly, it's what sold me on her being a true global star. 12. Kang So Ra.
I heard from Siwon, the member of Super Junior. He said that he got many loves from fans in Indonesia. I think we have passion.
She was once widely rumored to be fluent in 4 languages, including English and Russian, but she actually debunked that herself, saying she'd simply read scripted lines at award shows and wasn't actually fluent. However, she's on this list because of what she did next. She committed to actually learning. She realized how much she wanted to connect with international fans, and she's been visibly working to improve her English for real. Her commitment is genuinely inspiring. Even if she's not fully fluent yet, she's shown great improvement in recent interviews. I appreciate her honesty. She didn't pretend or let the rumors keep going. 11. Rain.
My character name is Ryzo. Ryzo is a great assassin. I think the most incredible character.
Everyone knows Rain as the original K-pop global star, the guy who broke into Hollywood when that just wasn't something people did. But what gets overlooked is how much effort he put into learning English to make that happen. Starring opposite Naomi Harris in Ninja Assassin meant long days on set speaking English, not just memorizing a few lines phonetically, but actually communicating. What's interesting about his fluency is that it's super functional and industry-driven. It's less, I sound like a native speaker, and more, I'm a boss who needs to get things done with directors and producers. 10. Choi Woo-shik.
The series traces an intense chance between an ordinary man who murders evildoers.
He's Canadian. He moved to Vancouver at age 10 and goes by the English name Edward. So yeah, his English is perfect. Natural, casual, exactly what you'd expect from a nice Canadian guy. We've seen him flex it in Parasite, Okja, and most recently when he hosted that interview with the Mickey 17 cast, which went totally viral.
Have you guys tried any Korean drinks before?
Soju.
Tried soju?
Yeah, soju.
Today we'll have shike. It's not tea. It's rice traditional drink.
The transition from his emotional Korean characters to his relaxed, funny, English-speaking self is an absolute delight. It's not just about fluency, it's about being able to convey 2 completely different vibes in 2 different languages, and he nails both. 9. IU.
Finally, my new album Lilac has been released. Woo!
I'm sure you've been waiting for my new album, so please give a lot of support to my new album, Lilac.
She is known for her thoughtful, deeply Korean lyrics and roles, which is exactly why her English fluency tends to fly completely under the radar. She didn't grow up abroad, but she's been diligently studying for years, and it shows up in these small, unexpected interviews and interactions with international musicians. The clips that really went viral were from her fan meets, especially in the US or Southeast Asia, where she switches languages without a hiccup to connect with international unas. It's not just about pronunciation, it's about that gentle, poised confidence she carries, the same quality that makes her such a powerful actress. 8. Gong Yoo.
Someone may change the world. So ready to roll. A journey you begin. An adventure that never ends.
He's not a native speaker, but he's put in serious work over the years to become fluent and articulate. He's been taking private lessons for years and practices by speaking to himself or using the language during international press trips. His English is incredibly smooth and deliberate, reflecting that thoughtful, reserved persona we all know and love. When he speaks in English, his inner leading man really shines through. He's articulate, charming, and totally composed. It's the kind of polished skill that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because someone genuinely cares about doing it right. 7. Park Min-young.
So one day I want to have a fan meeting there. We didn't go, last time before the schedule.
She's completely fluent. She studied abroad as an exchange student in high school, and she even goes by a Western name, Rachel. I mean, how did this not come up more often? She barely uses her English in her dramas, so when she casually slips into it during an international interview, it catches people completely off guard. Her English is natural, conversational, and has that same cheerful confidence that makes her such a perfect rom-com lead. The fact that she's been this successful in Korea while quietly holding on to this global skill just makes her seem even more impressive. It's like she's been playing on easy mode this whole time, and we had no idea. 6. Han Hyo Joo.
How much the water? I wonder the water's price. Oh, yeah. Water card, okay. What is that? Okay, we will pay. Thank you.
She's also made a serious pivot into the global market by starring in the US TV series Treadstone. That wasn't a small role either. It required real commitment. She specifically worked with a language coach to refine her English for that series, and the results are amazing. Her English is natural, confident, and very articulate. It's clear she's comfortable switching back and forth now, and she's another example of an actress actively building a resume across 3 major markets: Korean, Japanese, and Hollywood, using language as her primary tool. 5. Joon Gi-hyun.
Paris Cherry, hi, nice to meet you. This is Gianna. But yeah, the show was very good and very new and creative. I love the show.
Korea's rom-com queen, also known internationally as Gianna Jun, is surprisingly fluent in English. She's mostly used it for high-end international endorsements, think Burberry campaigns, and global press tours, so it stays a bit under the radar. Her English is polished and authoritative, and it pairs beautifully with her famous cool girl charm. It's an unexpected combination that just works. 4. Lee Joon Gi.
Always show me endless support from various places around the world, so none of this would be possible without you guys. Thank you so much, and I love you all.
I was genuinely surprised the first time I heard him speak English with such clear, articulate quality. He's got that classic story of needing to learn for global projects, especially after taking on a role in the final season of Resident Evil opposite Mila Jovovich. That's a high-stakes action franchise, and he delivered. What's even better is how he uses his English now, primarily to connect with international fans on Instagram lives and fan meetings. It's not about showing off, it's about bridging that gap. He's actually quite playful and charming when he switches languages, which is such a contrast to his intense drama characters. 3. Cha Eun Woo.
Fan meeting, we are in foreign country and I sent you an DM. And maybe, no response. Tomorrow, okay, tomorrow will come. No. And the day after tomorrow will come.
He actually studied in the Philippines for about 6 months when he was in elementary school. It wasn't a huge amount of time, but he's been continuously studying ever since. His English comes out in little snippets during interviews and fan meetings, and it's always poised, articulate, and completely charming. He has the benefit of being constantly around the language in the K-pop world, and he clearly takes it seriously. The clips of him answering fan questions in English at overseas events are always huge hits because he looks so relaxed and natural doing it. It's just another layer to his already impressive skill set. 2. Park Bo-gum.
It's my very first time to MC in here, so I'm so happy to be here. And as you know, this is Dolby Theater, so I'm so excited.
He isn't a native English speaker, but he consistently surprises fans at meet and greets and international press events with how polished and gentle his English is. You can tell he takes his preparation seriously. It's always clear and warm. There's this famous clip from a fan meeting in the Philippines where he spoke English for nearly the entire 2.5-hour event. That's commitment. It might not be as native as some of the others on this list, but the sheer effort and fluency he shows just to connect with international fans is why he belongs here. It's his secret weapon for winning hearts globally, and it works every single time. Number 1. Shin Se Kyung.
Do you guys to check it? Do you like spicy food? My recommendation is egg roll with some shrimp and some veggies. Is it okay?
You look at her and think, okay, classic Korean actress, probably studied English for a few months before press tours, right? Wrong. This woman is Seoul-born, Seoul-raised, and her English is seriously impressive. No study abroad program, no childhood overseas, just pure dedication and hard work. The best proof is probably Pocha Beyond Borders, this variety show where she spends an entire day talking to international customers about Korean street food. And I'm not talking basic greetings. She's having full, natural, witty conversations. Her English is fluid and expressive. And honestly, why did they not give her more scenes like this in actual dramas? Her confidence and sharp wit really shine through when she's speaking English. Who on this list completely shocked you? And who did we miss that you think is secretly fluent? Drop your picks in the comments. And hey, if you need a break from all this linguistic talent making you feel inadequate, go check out our last video, Top 12 K-drama actors who look even hotter with glasses on.